Are you struggling with your finances right now? Are you working all the hours, wanting a business, but you just ain't got the time? My mum used to be a machinist, and for over 20 years I watched her struggle just to put food on the table. And the reason that I got into property is exactly this, to better ourselves, to actually move forward. And there are 5 key reasons why I actually chose property. Firstly, you can leverage the banks and the financial institutions. At Premier Property, we do this all the time. Even when I didn't have a lot of money, we used banks and financial institutions to make sure that we're able to buy assets where you can minimize the amount of money that you actually put into this. So right now, we can get anything between 65 to 80%, depending on the type of property, which is leveraged by the banks and financial institutions. It's their money and they're helping you to create your assets. So if you think about this right now, you can get a whole of market mortgage broker and you can ask them to find out lenders that will lend you money to buy assets. So you can do this right now. The second thing I love about property is it actually creates a real passive income. An income for you where you work once and it's generated and it's there forever. All you do is you manage it and you have your income coming in on a regular basis. So that could be through various strategies in property. So at Premier Property right now, we have strategies such as buy-to-let, houses of multiple occupancy. We have planning gain strategies where you can create income from those by renting these out as well. We have serviced accommodation strategies, short-term strategies, short-term income from these strategies also are available to you as well. So many different ways of creating passive income. Now, once you've done this, what you'll notice is that, when I started, it started off small and it grew and it grew and it grew, and it has like a snowball effect. And eventually you can get to the point where you are financially free and it covers more than you're actually earning for somebody else. In fact, I love the fact when I actually use my mum's benchmark. I mean, she never used to earn a lot, to be fair, but I use that as a benchmark, and when our passive income went ahead of that, I mean, that was a real moment, a real heartfelt moment when my mum could actually give up work and she didn't have to work anymore. Maybe you thought about this for yourself or your family. Following this, the way that you can actually create even more money is by doing simple refurbishments and renovations to properties. And it doesn't take too much. I remember when I did my first one of these, and it added amount of value. The valuer came in and he valued it right up, which meant the value of the property had increased, which meant that we'd actually create even more wealth. So you can do this right now. Even with everything that is going on in the economy right now, it is such a great opportunity for you to actually do this. The people that are worried and concerned out there, they just don't know what to do. What you got to do is learn what to do, simple as this, and come and add your value to your properties and create your passive income. Now, if you're anything like me, one of the great points about property is the tax advantages that are available to you. So, when my mum was working, what would happen is when she'd get her payslip right at the end of the month, the first thing that she'd notice on her payslip is that a huge chunk of that money had already been taken out, by the tax man, right? So, she'd have been taxed, she'd have her national insurance taken out of that, and whatever was left was really thrown at her, and that's what she lived on to get by and put, like what I say, food on the table by the end of the month. And usually there used to be just that bit too much more of a month than the amount of money that was there. The great thing about property is that by using these tax advantages, you have the choice legally and correctly, according to HMRC's guidelines, to be able to decide really how much tax you want to pay and minimize it correctly. The fifth and final key point, why you want to deep dive straight into property right now. It's safe, it's secure, it's reliable, and you have the consistency that you need when it comes to investing. I've tried all the other things, comparing to trading, share trading, and comparing to drop shipping, comparing to businesses that are traditional. They're just either too fast or they're just too slow. Property just seems to be the right asset where it's tangible, it's solid, you have your money coming in, it's passive, you can accelerate the income like what I say, and it's a real way for you to create your financial freedom and create some real wealth so that you can have that better life. You can create this for your family and you can move forward and get this done. Here's a bonus. Property investing isn't rocket science. Anyone can do it who puts their mind to it. You can do it. Everybody around you can do this. In fact, I'm living proof of this. As long as you have a system and a process that actually really works, you can do this right now. Now, if you're enjoying these tips, I'm happy to share any topic or subject in property that we've done at Premier Property, that we're doing in our remit right now. I'm happy to share. All you need to do is just comment below topics that you'd like me to cover, and I'd also like to hear your experience, how you're thinking of getting started out, or if you've already started, or where you are in your journey. Feel free to comment here, and remember, you're welcome to subscribe, and I really want to thank you for listening to this video, and I'll see you on the next one.